Welcome to TechFest Java. In this video, we are going to discuss about one of the design pattern called visitor design pattern, and this is a very important design pattern in when we talk about a behavioral type of design pattern. So let's just start. Basically, a visitor design pattern is a way of separating an algorithm from an object structure on which it operates. So it is basically providing a way by which whatever the operations we are performing on a particular object, we can make it separate, and as a result of this separation, what will happen, we will provide an ability to add a new operations to an existing object structure without modifying the structure of an object. So suppose that we want to perform any operation on employee class, right? So or we want to perform any operation on a car object, right? So in that case, if we want to perform same kind of operation or different operation on a bike type of object, and there is a change in a bike type of object, then or any other object also we need to add it, right? Like one of the objects is car, bike, and there is another object is three-wheeler or four-wheeler. So in such cases, digital design pattern will provide a leverage that we don't need to make a change in a car object or a bike object to add a three-wheeler or four-wheeler or any of the public transport or buses object or a class changes. So that kind of a leverage provided by the visitor design pattern. We can simply say that visitor pattern is a way that allows to adding a new behavior to an existing class hierarchy without altering any of the existing code. So whenever we want to add a new behavior to an existing classes hierarchy, like there is a vehicle which is having a implementation of car, bike, and three-wheeler, and suddenly we want to add a behavior for buses. So without impacting the car or a bike or any other class behavior, we can add the behavior of buses in an existing code. So that kind of a leverage basically providing by the visitor design pattern. Obviously, we have already said that this design pattern comes under behavior design pattern because it's changed the behavior of an object on which it operates. So when we talk about the advantages of this pattern basically having a one main advantage, that is the logic of the operation changes when we need to do changes only in a visitor class, not in any other class. Suppose that if we want to make a change for all the behavior of the operations, right? Like suppose that we are taking in one example that in case of a car or a bike or any other thing, so if we want to check that model year, right, in which year that model class is or that particular car or a bike model being launched, so that behavior if we want to add it, right, so we don't need to make a change in a car class object or a bike class object. Only we need to do is that we have to make a changes in a visitor class, and that changes will reflect by all the classes like a car, bike, or three-wheeler or a buses, any other. So that way the visitor design pattern provide an advantage, and main disadvantage is that there are the too many implementation of visitor interfaces. So when we say that visitor interface, basically visitor interface, there are implementation provided for class like a car, there is an implementation for bike, there is an implementation for three-wheeler, there is an implementation for four-wheeler. So that way visitor interface implementation need to be provided. So it is basically, it makes it hard to extend, right? So that is the main disadvantage of this visitor design pattern, and we will explore more when we go onto the implementation part. We can better understand how we can implement the visitor design pattern in our existing application or any of the newly developing application. So let's just jump into the implementation part and see how we can use the digital design pattern. Okay, so for the implementation of widget pattern, I have taken a simple Java project where I have created one package and a main class. Okay, now for implementation of widget pattern, actually I'm taking an example of a vehicle where the type of vehicle are car and bikes, and there is a widget scheme. So I'm going to implement that. For that, firstly I'm creating one interface called vehicle, and in this basically I'm simply writing one abstract method which is basically public int asset, and in this basically I'm passing another interface reference, so which I'm going to create, which is basically named as vehicle checker. Okay, so firstly I'm going to create fulfill this graph. So here I'm just giving a reference of vehicle checker, and here in the vehicle checker basically creating two methods. One is widget, this will basically for car, and another is widget, this will be basically for bike. So for providing the references I have to create two classes, one is for car, one is for bike. So I'm just giving a reference as car here, and for bike I'm giving a reference as bike here. Okay, now I'm going to create two classes. One is as car and another class is as bike. Now simply both these classes basically implementing the vehicle interface because these are the vehicles, and implementation method, and here also doing the same thing. Okay, now here there are some instance variables which is basically for belonging to car. So I'm taking an example of private string version number, private int, or I will take simply one reference. Okay, make it simple, version number, or I would say that model number. Okay, now creating one public constructor and initializing this variable. So it will take string model number, and this model number equal to model number. Okay, now same thing I have to create for okay. I'll firstly complete this class, then jump into bike class. So here what I have to do, creating a getter and setter for this model number, and here in accept what we have to do, basically we will call this visitor check dot widget and passing this reference. Okay. Okay, now similarly I'm given same taking variable as private string model number, and creating one constructor which is basically initializing this model number. So this dot model number equal to model number. Okay, now writing a getter and setter for this. And similarly here dot widget passing this reference. Now we have to create the implementing class for this interface. So now creating an implementation class which is basically used as called as vehicle checker IMPL, and this class is basically implementing vehicle checker and providing the implementation of these. Okay, so here I'm just checking if car dot get model number dot equals basic version, then return 50,000. Okay, else return 1 lakh. Or not 50,000, I'll take a basic example of 10,000 and 20,000. Okay, okay, now similarly we can write for this bike. So here we will take a bike and returning 5,000 and 7,000. So Okay. Now our program is ready. So for implementation part of vehicle, I have created one interface which is basically a vehicle. So here there is a accept method and vehicle checker. And vehicle checker basically it is checking for visiting for two things, either car or a bike. And there are the two implementing class of vehicle we have created, car and a bike, and one class for vehicle checker implementation, where we are just doing nothing but providing some values or returning some price values, which is basically simply a registration fee or something you can consider as. I'm not taking an example of registration or any instances of registration fees, but returning just value. So you can consider as vehicle registration fee. Now, from main, what we have to do, we have to create one method which is basically of private static int calculate total registration fee. Okay, and in this basically what we will do, we will provide a vehicle list. So I'm taking as list, and here what we will do, we will create this IMPL class object, vehicle checker IMPL class object, and after this we will just iterate this list, and from the list what we will do, we will create one int sum equal to 0, and here we can write as sum equal to sum plus this vehicle dot accept and this vehicle checker, passing this vehicle checker IMPL. Okay, and after this we will return this sum. Okay, now from main class what we have to do, we have to create one list which is basically having some object of car and some object of bikes, and then we will pass it to there. So what we will do, what we firstly I'll create one list of vehicle, okay. So after this what I'll do, I'll add some object. So for that I'm creating few object of car, which is basically basic version. So I have added one object for as of car as a basic version, and one object of car as advanced version. And similarly adding two objects for bike also, one for basic version and one for advanced version. Okay, now just calling this method, passing this list, saving value as some over here and printing the value of sum as okay. Okay, now firstly I'll check that. So I have created one basic version, added one basic version and one advanced version. So here the base for basic version there is a 10,000, advanced version there is a 20,000, total become 30,000, and 5 and 7 become 12,000. So 30 and 12, that will be 42, right? So our expected answer would be 42. Okay, let's just run this program. Okay, now 42,000 is coming. So in basically visitor pattern, all the implementing functionalities, whatever we are implemented, elementary functionalities we have been implemented, and all the requirement and functionalities infinite number of times we can add this. So the purpose of basically visitor pattern is resolved. So it basically boosts the development process, and also whenever the commonly occurring problem solution required, it will provide that. So that this is the visitor pattern. That's it for this program. If you like this video, please comment out and also subscribe my channel. Thank you.